The idea behind the program is that it would be a program that would reach all kids, no matter their faith denomination, that is looking for a safe place where they can spend time with friends and having conversations about life. The school district started something 25 plus years ago called the Community Summit, and that's where stakeholders in the community meet with the school district. So there are people from the sheriff's department, the superintendent of the Sussex school district is present. There are social workers for the school district. You name it. People from every aspect of this community gather twice a year to have conversations, including all of the churches. So by having a professional relationship and bouncing ideas of what we were looking to do here in the community, one thing led into another, and they bought in to this idea of helping our kids.
The congregation that our family attends actually is a much older congregation, and my 3 kids are the only 3 kids that even go to that particular church. I think that there's a lot of smaller churches that can't maybe carry off something of this nature by themselves. And so I think that the opportunity for the collaborative of community area churches being able to come together and have their youth participate in a program like TACOS, that makes a lot of sense.
I would say it's especially important for my daughter, just for the fact that right now I think she's having a hard time figuring out where she fits in the world. I see her really trying to navigate through waters that maybe are a little unknown. And here she fits somewhere just with being herself, and it's somewhere where she can connect with other people.
Currently, right now, we're actually working on a service project with the Silver Spring Intermediate Student Council again. We're trying to coordinate with them to get a drive going at their school, which is happening right now, and that they can have dates coordinated to actually come in and help pack the stockings so that they can go to the families with the Hephatha Lutheran Church in Milwaukee. One of the relational parts of ministry that we do with Hephatha Lutheran Church is on the last Tuesday of every month we had our middle schoolers coming over to make a meal, and then we would drive the youth with the food to Hephatha to not only just provide a meal but also eat with them and be in community with them. And a lot of times when you have these kinds of ministry partnerships, it might just be like a food dump. Like, here we made this thing for you, we're going to give it to you, and then we're gonna get out of here. But with this program, we get to know their families, we get to hold their babies, and we get to hug our friends. I think one of the coolest parts of this ministry is how it really bridges those two communities. Because when you think about the demographic of Sussex, Wisconsin, and the demographic of Milwaukee, those are two very different audiences and two very different groups that, if it weren't for programs like this, probably wouldn't see the connections, even though they're 15 minutes down the street from one another. It really helps to build that bridge between this community and the Milwaukee community. I think where I've really seen God at work comes in the idea of being the hands and feet of Christ, and that going beyond the church walls that we have within this physical location of TACOS, and how that can draw in from all of the community assets that we have, all of the partnerships with the school districts, so that those physical, literal hands and feet become more than just the body that's here. And I think that's really important for the mission of the church to expand beyond, because it's not just about being here on a Sunday or being here on a day after school. It's about taking that home with you, making it a mindset. And I think where I see the transformation of God and Jesus Christ at work with the message of the gospel, even though it's not necessarily coming at a teen through a sermon at a church, it's coming to them out of love and compassion for their neighbor, out of seeing one another for who we truly are and respecting that and having a safe place to share that. And the world can always use more of that, mission-centric, beyond these four walls people to create love in this world.